Hi everyone, my name is Krista Reads Books, and I just wanted to talk about a book that I recently read. Um, I read it early. I use an app called NetGalley to read ARC versions of books, and I'm really grateful to the author, Agowawike, and NetGalley for allowing me to read this book a little bit early. Um, this book releases out March 2026. The title is Black as Diamond. Um, This book is phenomenal, 5 stars all the way through. It's about four adventurers who go kind of more four mercenaries who go on this epic journey to save their kingdom from this curse that um, is slowly eating away at the kingdom that they live in. And you have these four characters who kind of are learning how to work together, to fit together, kind of learning where their place is in the world, um, trying to stop this great evil from spreading. So the first character you meet is Asaru. He is a warrior. He is very stubborn and he is looking for his brother, and he is looking for a person known as the Chronicler. Um, in the first chapter of the book, he becomes possessed and he does something wildly insane and gets shot with like a poisoned arrow. So in the second chapter of the book, you meet Ren. Ren is a failed healer, like magic user, kind of failed his test and is now kind of excommunicated from the magic community. And he accidentally summons Asaru to him, accidentally binds Asaru to him, and their journey begins after that binding occurs. So, as Ren is doing this big spell, Palinissa, the third character that we meet, third main character, I should say, notices she's who's using all this crazy magic. It has to be like 15, 20 people. I have to find the source of this magic to prove myself that I am should be allowed back into essentially what is a convent. So she dedicates herself to becoming Ren's bodyguard and working with Ren to get Asaru and Ren where they need to go to find Asaru's brother. Ren joins Asaru because he feels he needs to compensate for the transgressions that he has made, that he feels um, he caused. And then you have the fourth character, Riche, who is Ren's old childhood friend, who they had a falling out, and now they are trying to reestablish that friendship and reestablish that relationship that they used to have. Riche is on this journey trying to figure out who she is, trying to figure out kind of where she belongs in the world. Um, the book is so good, like so phenomenal. I cannot talk highly enough about this book. You have primarily people of color, you have primarily queer characters in a fantasy novel, which we never see those kind of aspects in a fantasy novel. You have a really unique magic system um, where the author presents it to you in such a way where you just kind of like keep wondering what's going on. You keep wanting to engage with this magic system. You want to engage with these characters. The writing is so good. The author, you can tell, really has like a mastery of words, is the best way to say it. She presents information in a beautiful way, and like her writing style flows very smoothly together. I really enjoyed the writing in this book. Um, and I just really enjoyed like the characters. This book kind of sets up what I'm hoping for would be a series. Um, and this book kind of sets up the world and the characters really well. Um, and so, the first, they all have different um, reasons for doing things. They all have different ideologies, and they're constantly clashing and butting heads with each other because of these things. So you have Asaru, who's very stubborn, very single-minded, very much just, I want to find my brother. I want to find the chronicler. We need to keep moving. We're not resting. We're going, we're going, we're going. You have Ren, who is a coward, complete coward. He's very self-deprecating. He's not confident about who he is. Um, and a lot of his decisions are made because of his cowardice, unless he is more curious about something than he is afraid of it. So he has really conflicting personality with himself, where his decisions, he gets really, really curious about stuff and he'll try to engage with those things. But he's like not a fighter. He's very much a coward. Um, you have Riche, who is this like bold kind of leader type who wants to take care of her team, but is constantly fighting with Asaru, who wants to just keep pushing forward. Um, she's kind of lost with herself too. She's trying to figure out who she is, how she fits into this world, um, and how to rebuild her relationship with Ren. They're constantly, each of them are trying to figure out how to relate to one another, how to engage with one another. And then you have Palinissa, who is this like guardian character, right? Like she wants to protect her team. She wants to um, make sure that they move along safely, that they get to where they need to go, because she feels that if she can get them to where they need to go, she will have proven herself to her convent and be accepted again into her convent. And she struggles throughout the book with her ideas of faith and religion and magic and all these things together. And then combining the four of them, you get this really interesting dynamic of how they move forward, how they make decisions, how they come together as a team. And it's a really refreshing take on like fantasy novels where a lot of times you'll have like the cowardly characters being like, oh, we're fighting, so we're just going to fight, instead of like, no, Ren is a coward, Ren is going to run. Ren is not going to engage willingly in fighting and things like that. So it's a really lovely like take on fantasy. It's a really a unique take on fantasy, and I just absolutely loved this book. I want to reiterate, this is not sponsored or anything. I just really felt like I wanted to get this word out there of this book because I want more people to read this book so that I can talk about it with more people, because I just like to talk about books. So thank you again to NetGalley for letting me read this book. Thank you again to Agoa Wike for letting me read this book early. I really absolutely loved it. And I'm kind of mad because if it is a series, I'm going to have to wait so long for that second book. But thank you again. I really did enjoy this book a lot.